Now at 7:30, plans underway to try to clear 1,000 homeless people from San Jose creeks and waterways. Plus,
and all of a sudden you couldn't see anything, just snow was blowing.
We're tracking that extreme winter storm that's moving through the Sierra right now. People are being warned to hunker down for the next few days.
This is KTVU Fox 2 News at 7:30.
And officials say this monster blizzard is expected to bring life-threatening conditions up in the Sierra. Good evening, everyone. I'm Heather Holmes. Travel, it is almost impossible. Resorts shut down. Palisades, Tahoe, Boreal, among those urging people to actually stay away. Sugar Bowl Resort today also closing, saying weather, well, it won in the end. Taking a live look now at a live stream of the current conditions at the UC Berkeley Central Sierra Snow Lab. This is in Soda Springs, just west of Donner Pass. And I mean, take a look at that. You can just see all of that snow blowing right into the cameras there. People have been warned, better stay off the roads in the Sierra with hazardous conditions and widespread closures, including Interstate 80. Currently, there is no timeline for when it will reopen. Caltrans says driving conditions are at an R2 level. That means chains are required for all big rigs and most cars unless you have snow tires and four-wheel drive. The CHP says it has seen plenty of spinouts, high winds, and low visibility. So far, though, there have been minimal power outages due to this storm, but this may change as the conditions there worsen. People in the Sierra already experiencing strong winds and trees weighed down by snow. Authorities worry that power lines are likely to fall and disrupt service. Many people are expecting this weekend's storm will pack a punch in the Sierra.
Some of the models even are showing 4, 5, even close to 6 inches per hour. I mean, just think about that. Half a foot per hour.
It could even give us one of the top 10 snowiest days that we've seen at the Snow Lab going back to 1970s.
I mean, that's quite a record. The storm is welcome news, though, for the state's snowpack. Higher elevations could see several feet of snow by Sunday. Okay, so let's talk about what's to come with our meteorologist, Mark Tamayo, because this is really something when you look at the amount of rainfall really over a short amount of time as well.
And as that one forecaster mentioned, upwards of 5 to 6 inches of snowfall an hour.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
One time I was on the slopes and it was snowing. I thought it was heavy snow. I went back to check how much it was for the entire day.
Yeah.
It was just 3 inches.
Wow.
So it just gives you an idea of what's going to be happening for an extended amount of time and some robust downpours out there. So here you can see the blizzard warning in place right now until 10 o'clock Sunday morning. So it's a long duration event with the warnings. Started yesterday, continues for today, continues into Saturday until 10 a.m. on Sunday. As we take a look, this was Homewood earlier today, low visibilities, and we're checking out some of the snowfall reports over the past 24 hours, a few spots here. So nothing too extreme, but of course we had the snow yesterday and we are adding to it right now. Here is the satellite and the radar, actually just the radar. We're picking up all the coverage in the Sierra. As we come in closer right now, we're showing you some of the storm reports. And one site here, this was from this morning. Already 9:44, this one site, we're reporting nearly 16 inches of snowfall. Currently, it is light snow in South Lake Tahoe with a wind gust of up to 48 miles an hour. In Truckee right now, we have steady snowfall, 32 degrees and winds gusting to 33. Here is the forecast models. We put this into motion. This is midnight. This is into tomorrow morning. Notice the snowfall continues. It might back off a little bit, and then it ramps up in coverage and in intensity throughout the day on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we could have improving conditions, especially after 10 a.m. That's when the blizzard warning expires, but the snowfall will not go away. So the heaviest times will be tonight into your Saturday, and take a look at these huge jumbo numbers, definitely impactful with this storm and also disrupting travel in the mountains. A lot of rain to talk about here in the Bay Area forecast. We'll have more on that in a little bit, Heather.
Okay, Mark, thank you. Well, here in the Bay Area, we are seeing that rain and wind. And new at 7:30 tonight, during this latest storm, a tree, it fell on a car in San Francisco, injuring 4 people. This happened just a short time ago. San Francisco Fire sharing these photos on social media. The tree collapsed at Laguna Street and Golden Gate Avenue around 5:15 tonight, landing right on top of that car and injuring 4 people inside. They were all taken to the hospital. This tree, by the way, estimated to be up to 25 feet tall. Several lanes in the area are closed as crews work to cut up that tree and remove it. So it's best, they say, to find alternate routes. A high surf advisory also in effect for the Bay Area coast from this storm, affecting beaches from Sonoma County down to Monterey. This is video from Ocean Beach in San Francisco earlier today. Authorities asking people to stay off rocks and jetties, and if you can, stay out and away from the water. And a reminder that you can stay on top of this storm with the KTVU weather app. It's a free quick download that allows you to see current conditions, live interactive radar, and that all-important forecast hour by hour. In other news tonight, Caltrain service is running once again on the peninsula after a deadly collision involving a pedestrian. A northbound train hit a person on the tracks just after 10 this morning near Fair Oaks Lane in Atherton. Caltrain says there were about 103 passengers on board the train. No one on board was injured. All trains were stopped for several hours while emergency crews were at that scene. They were later single-tracked through the area. The San Mateo County Sheriff's Office, which patrols the Caltrain right-of-way, is investigating the cause of this collision. All right, the city of San Jose is facing thousands of dollars in fines unless it can clear encampments along creeks and rivers. As our South Bay reporter Jesse Gary tells us, Mayor Matt Mahan vows to make sure that people have a place to go.
There's no security, there's no sanitation.
Friday, San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan and others surveying a potential financial tidal wave of fines that could hit the city next year.
The status quo is unacceptable, it's unsustainable, and we will be accountable for getting people into safe, managed locations.
The mayor says San Jose has been served notice by the state's water board, which issues stormwater permits for the EPA. Those permits are in danger of being withheld due to ongoing contamination of city waterways.
Our stormwaters drain into the creeks, and our creeks all flow in up to Coyote Creek and Guadalupe Creek through my district in North San Jose into the bay.
The water board could fine the city $50,000 per day per contaminant. So the city is making plans to move an estimated 1,000 people living along 46 miles of waterways.
So it's really important that we address the homeless issue and our creeks together, collectively, as one, and understand that it's all one issue.
If they work with advocates, we come up with a coherent plan, we work together, maybe we can get them into housing.
City officials say they want to drastically scale up services such as emergency interim housing, safe parking spaces, and affordable housing to give those displaced a place to go with support services.
We need faster, more cost-effective, more pragmatic means of offering safe, dignified alternatives to the unmanaged tent encampments you see along our waterways.
We're going to have to be cautious and look at our budget in a very different and serious way.
Councilwoman Pam Foley sits on the budget committee, and she says a budget deficit is looming for the city. And there have already been promises made for alternatives and services for the unhoused. So council members will have to crunch the numbers and examine what could be cut to make this feasible. The deadline is June of 2025. In downtown San Jose, Jesse Gary, KTVU Fox 2 News.
All right, now we go to San Francisco, where the San Francisco Unified School District has agreed to pay $4.5 million to settle a sexual abuse lawsuit. It involves 2 former students and a school administrator. The Chronicle reports that lawyers for the former students announced the settlement today. That lawsuit alleges that Lawrence Chan, the former George Washington High School athletic director, raped one of the students several times and touched the other girl inappropriately and forced her to perform sexual acts. The alleged incidents happened between 2012 and 2016. We have reached out to the district for comment, but have not yet heard back. All right, coming up tonight, reaching out to veterans. We'll tell you about the free resources available to help get those who served into meaningful new careers. And mail theft cases, they just keep climbing. We'll tell you about the recent incident, though, that Postal Police interrupted. New at 7:30 tonight, helping San Mateo County veterans overcome challenges and also plan for the future. More than 40 local employers participated in a career fair today for veterans, military personnel, and their families. Agencies including Samtrans, BART, the Bay Area Air Quality Management District, as well as local colleges all taking part. There was also free career counseling, resume reviews, and an opportunity to take professional headshots. Supervisor Warren Slocum, a veteran himself, was there. Slocum shared this photo on social media today, calling that event a big success. Nice that it was done for our veterans. All right, the U.S. Postal Service says that postal crimes are at an all-time high all across the country. We've reported on a number of mail carrier robberies and cases of mail theft right here in the Bay Area. Our Crystal Bailey has been looking into the sharp increase in these incidents and joins us now live. Crystal.
Well, in the most recent arrest on Sunday, inspectors say members of the public reported their mail missing after using blue boxes outside a post office in San Francisco, and that's what initiated an investigation. Postal inspectors say they need the public's help solving mail crime.
This video, captured by a hidden camera, shows two people using a stolen key to remove mail from blue boxes at the 18th Street Station Post Office in San Francisco around 10:30 on Sunday night. A member of the public is seen strolling by while the thief shuffles through the boxes. Moments later, police lights. Inspectors saying they arrested two men and recovered the stolen mail key.
Inspectors are out day and night looking for mail thieves, arresting people suspected of taking mail.
Mail crime is up in the Bay Area. This video from July shows a mail truck being broken into and mail being thrown into the trunk of a sedan in Oakland. In January, a couple of men were caught on video taking an entire collection of mailboxes from the ground at an apartment in Fremont.
The criminals are ingenious in the different ways that they find to steal mail.
And the crime is becoming violent as attacks on mail carriers goes up. Back in February, Leroy Wise was sentenced to only 30 days in jail after being convicted of putting a gun to a mail carrier's head, even though federal prosecutors recommended 28 months.
Every robbery, threat, and assault to a postal worker who's working is serious to us.
According to USPS, robbery cases exploded by 350%, while the conviction rate plummeted by 53% from 2019 to 2022.
We've never seen postal crime like this before.
The Postal Service has uniformed police officers who protect mail carriers and mail. And national president for their union says the lack of officers on the street is contributing to the spike. In 1980, there were more than 2,500 uniformed postal officers across 66 cities. By 2020, there were only 450 officers in 20 cities, including San Francisco and Oakland.
Can postal police stop the mail theft epidemic? No, we can't. Can we make a dent in it? Obviously.
And the Postal Police Officers Union is currently suing the Postal Service because they want to be more involved in mail crime investigations. But a representative from the U.S. Postal Inspection Services says the investigation of mail crimes is really up to postal inspectors and not postal police officers. Heather.
Yeah, but really good work by those officers there in San Francisco. Crystal Bailey, thank you. Off limits for now. We'll tell you about the areas closed due to our rainy and windy weather. And there are efforts to try to keep more people safe and dry this rainy weekend. We'll tell you about the warming center that just opened up.
And we're still tracking some downpours, even some thunderstorms across parts of the Bay Area this evening. The off and on rain, maybe some strong winds will still be a part of our weekend forecast. We'll have the update coming up.
New at 7:30 tonight in Santa Clara County, all lanes are closed on part of northbound Highway 9. It's all due to a mudslide. Caltrans sharing these photos on social media. You can see the fallen trees in slippery conditions. Lanes are closed between Redwood Gulch and Sanborn Road near Saratoga. They are expected to stay that way until tomorrow. Some Bay Area parks and recreational areas are also closed because of the storms. In San Francisco, the Japanese Tea Garden and San Francisco Botanical Garden in Golden Gate Park closed at noon today. Pine Lake is also closed through tomorrow. And Stern Grove remains shut down due to previous storm damage and access issues. City park officials urging people using other parks this weekend be wary that strong winds could knock down branches. Okay, we want to talk more about our wet and windy weather with our meteorologist Mark Tamayo. A lot of our time tonight spent on what's happening in the Sierra, but we're also dealing with unsettled weather here.
We have some pretty heavy downpours, and the weekend forecast is tricky because you might step outside and think, oh, it's okay, it's dry, and then all of a sudden, just don't be surprised.
Okay.
Don't be prepared for that. So it's like the unsettled cool pattern. It will continue into your weekend outlook. Take a look at these rainfall totals. I want to point out the first report here for San Francisco. For 24 hours, they picked up over an inch of rain, but A lot of that rain fell within about a 2-hour period during the 4 and the 5 o'clock hour this afternoon into the evening hours. So some real intense rainfall rates for San Francisco earlier today. It's a cold system for today and into the weekend. We have the wind advisories, and tomorrow we could have a dusting of snow in the Bay Area hills up above 2,000 feet. Of course, the big issue will be in the Sierra. They have the blizzard warning, the real major powerful snowstorm moving in, producing these real impressive amounts here with those projected snowfall totals. So a lot of snow in the Sierra disrupting travel. For us here in the Bay Area, we still have some slick roadways and some gusty winds. We'll show you the radar right now. You can see the rain showers here in the Bay Area, and look at all these lightning strikes detected over the past few hours. You can see all the coverage. This will be the constant out toward the Sierra for tonight and into the weekend. As we come in closer to the Bay Area radar, some pretty good downpours out there and some pretty good coverage for Santa Rosa to Novato to Napa. As we move into San Francisco, still some rain to show you here, extending across the bay, out toward portions of the East Bay. And then moving the maps around closer to the South Bay, you can still see some activity just outside of Morgan Hill and Gilroy, and also for portions of the Santa Clara Valley. Now, the winds definitely ramping up. Take a look at some of these reports. Oakland Airport gusting to 40 miles an hour. SFO has been strong all evening long. Right now, gusting to nearly 50 miles an hour. So we have the wind advisory in place for portions of the Bay Area, and current numbers in the 50s, around 52 to 55 to 56 degrees. Here is that wind advisory until 10 a.m. on Sunday for the coast, also for San Francisco, and also for portions of the East Bay neighborhoods as well. So here is the forecast model. We'll put this into motion. This is tonight, 11 o'clock. We could still have some pretty good rain out there and maybe some thunderstorms. And then as we do put this into motion, there we go into Saturday morning, and then Saturday 7 o'clock. You'll notice we have some breaks and then still some lingering rain showers moving across the region. That'll be the story right on through the weekend for Saturday and then into Sunday as well. So some chances to get outside, but once you step outside, be prepared for those rain showers to quickly develop. Highs for tomorrow will be in the 50s, off and on rain, the possibility of some thunderstorms. It remains unsettled for Sunday with some shower chances. We'll scale back on the action, but still a chance of some showers for Monday and into Tuesday of next week. Heather.
Mark, thank you. In Sonoma, a temporary warming center opened just a few minutes ago to try to help people who need shelter during this storm. It's located at 151 First Street West, just outside the Sonoma Police Department near Montini Open Space Preserve. There are chargers for your electronics, cots to sleep on, as well as snacks and beverages. Again, this warming center will be open all weekend until early morning, until Monday morning, and could extend if extreme conditions continue. All right, Election Day almost here. How organizers are working to get people to get out and vote during the California primary. And then later tonight on the 10 o'clock news, an East Bay man facing felony charges for criminal acts during a protest of the war between Israel and Hamas. Plus, Governor Newsom's office announces a 10-step action program intended to improve the streets of Oakland. Those stories and more tonight at 10. Applications are still open to serve on the San Mateo grand jury. Grand jurors investigate issues in the county, and they also make recommendations for improvement. They also examine citizen complaints about local government agencies. Jurors will serve from July 1st of this year through June 30th of 2025. The deadline to apply is coming up on March 27th. You can find the application on our website, ktv.com/weblinks. Political organizers are trying to get more people to the polls this weekend. San Francisco Democrats for Change holding a Get Out the Vote Blitz in DuBose Park. The group says with Election Day coming up next Tuesday, voter turnout is still less than 15%. Several city leaders will be at this weekend's event and will speak with voters about the issues and races that are on the ballot. Organizers say the blitz will happen both tomorrow and Sunday, rain or shine, from 9:30 in the morning until 6 at night. Okay, today marks the beginning of Women's History Month, and every March we take a little time to honor women's contribution in American history and to celebrate the women in our lives, in our communities, and around the world. Earlier today on The 4, I spoke with a woman making her mark in professional soccer right here in the Bay Area. Erin Ridley of the San Jose Earthquakes is the first female coach in a Major League Soccer academy.
It's something that I think for me gives me an opportunity to share the passion that I have for the love of the game in a way that helps women see that they belong on the sideline, on the men's game and in the women's game. And I think that it's just a really huge honor for me.
Ridley is really amazing. She inspires girls really of all ages and young men as well. She goes on to say that she had support along the way to her coaching journey as the first female coach in a Major League Soccer academy. And now she is hoping to inspire other young athletes. That's exactly what she's doing. It's so important for young girls to see her presence right there on the sidelines. Also, by the way, the San Jose Earthquakes home opener coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m. So don't miss that. It's going to be an exciting season for the Quakes. All right, that's going to do it for me tonight on this Friday night. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope to see you back here on Monday for the news at 7:30. Make sure to download the Fox Local app to your smart TV. You can stream all of our newscasts, stories, and find exclusive content. Again, right there on your smart TV. Stay safe, everybody, this weekend, and I'll see you back here on Monday.